Hey, welcome to my channel. Natasha's reads right now, and right now I'm filming the Booktube Newbie Tag. Hey, thank you for taking the time to watch this. With this being my first video on YouTube, I thought I'd start with something simple. And I've been seeing this Booktube Newbie Tag going around, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Let's just jump right into it. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I feel like the past bunch of years I've been in a huge reading slump, and nothing was getting me excited about reading. But I discovered BookTube, and this year, 2020, I have just read so many books I've been enjoying, and it's felt like a really positive year for reading for me. And so I thought this would be a fun way to document my journey of getting back into reading and maybe getting more into reviewing and looking more in depth into books. So that is why I wanted to start this channel. Question 2, what are some fun or unique things you can bring to BookTube? It may sound silly, but I'm not a professional in any sense of the word. I haven't done this before, and so I feel like I'm just more of just another voice, another opinion put into the mix. My opinions and reviews might not be as cemented or refined. We're just chatting. You're just chatting with a friend about a book you really enjoyed. And that is something I feel that is unique to me. Let's see, question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm most excited to hear from all of you. I want to hear all of your recommendations. I want to hear your opinions about books, about characters, so that it'll also give me a new way to look at some of my favorite books, or think about characters, tropes, settings, plots in a different way than I have before. So I'm most excited to be introduced to social media through an activity I really love, which is, of course, reading. Question 4, why do you love reading? I could go on for days about this, but simple answer is it gives me a safe place to escape reality. And you know, even while, especially the books I've been reading lately, I escape reality, but I feel like it gives me a greater appreciation for people in real life. You know, the books I've been reading lately have been more about morally gray characters where everyone's not all good or all bad. There's somewhere in between, and there's a lot of nuance to people's personalities and characters. And I feel like that's really reflective of how people are in real life. And it gives me greater empathy and appreciation for them. So I love reading because it gives me a greater appreciation for people in real life. Okay, question 5. What book or series got you into reading? This is an easy one. Definitely Harry Potter. Growing up, my dad would read Harry Potter to me, and we would, and when the movie started coming out too, we would reread the book and then be first in line to see the new Harry Potter nerds with an actual chess set sitting down in the movie line. And one of my favorite summers growing up, we had pre-ordered the last Harry Potter book. And when I had finally got it, I was doing an outdoor play about George Washington during the Revolutionary War. And it must have been quite a sight to see me in my French soldier costume, where in a rodeo stand, just reading a Harry Potter book. But that is one of the best summers I remember having as a kid growing up. Okay, question 6 says, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Well, a glaringly obvious one is, how did you get used used to talking to yourself basically through a camera, and how did you make it flow naturally and not feel forced? Because right now it's it's feeling a little creepy, to be honest. I'm sure it'll get better once I start hearing from more of you, talking to you as the viewers, and responding to your comments. But right now it is definitely feeling a little creepy and forced. Let's see, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? Definitely letting go of my idea of perfection, because there's already so many great booktubers out there who have been doing this for a while, who have really cemented what their niche is in booktube, what their opinions are, and they just make fantastic, amazing videos on a consistent basis. So I'm going to have to learn to let go of that and know and accept where I am in my journey right now, which is just starting out. So for a long time, my videos are not going to be perfect or even good. So the biggest challenge is going to be accepting that, being okay with it, but to continue making videos and improving little by little. I think that's probably true of most things in everyone's lives, is accepting where you are and be grateful for the journey. So question 8 is, when did you start reading? So I feel like I always remember, as far back as I can, loving reading. I do remember in elementary for sure, trying to read as many books as I can and then taking the quizzes to go up in the next reading group, which I think mine were separated by colors, like getting to the blue, green, orange, red group. That I do remember loving, to try and work my way up through the different levels of reading in school. Okay, question 9, where do you read? So I think the place where I read the most right now, probably just on the couch while my kids are playing, doing homework. That's kind of replaced when I used to just sit down and scroll through my phone. I felt like I've gotten better this year of just, instead of reaching for my phone, I reach for a book. And I've loved that feeling. I feel more accomplished. My husband and I do read in bed before going to sleep. So those two places are probably where I read the most right now. And then finally, question 10, what kind of books do you like to read? Well, the two big ones are definitely fantasy and science fiction. Chances are, if I pick up a book in those genres, I'm going to enjoy reading it, or at least I'm going to have fun with it. Those are where my heart is, where I started with, and where even now as an adult, I still enjoy going back to those worlds and those characters. But I have been getting more into young adult and even a couple of contemporary, which I wouldn't think I would be into, but I have been enjoying getting into that genre. Also, historical fantasy fiction. That's been really fun. I can't believe it. I never liked history class in school, but now I'm loving those different real life settings based in the fantasy or fiction type world. So I'm really loving those as well. And that is all the questions for that. There we go. Thank you so much for taking the time and watching this video. I want to hear from all of you down in the comments. Introduce yourself. What are you reading right now? Do you have any recommendations? Maybe a book that hasn't been talked about a lot and you want to hear somebody else's opinion about it. Go ahead and let me know who you are, what you're reading, and what you would like me to read and talk about on this channel. I will also link my Goodreads and Instagram account below, because I'll also document my reading journey through that social media platform as well. If you like big books, and you cannot lie, go ahead and like and subscribe.